Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline, JW Van Minimal. I am about to do my 30 minutes. I have not filmed that. I mean, it's not that important. But you know, you're supposed to do something for 30 days, and I committed way back in April. That was a long time ago. I committed way back in April that I would do 30 minutes a day for 30 days, but I continue to do my walk. The weather has been absolutely horrible, but I decided that I was going to. How you doing? I decided that I was going to go ahead and film it because I am walking in my neighborhood. I'm gonna go to the park. First of all, you guys know how I feel about the weather. So that is why I'm out here. Usually I'm forcing myself outside to go walking because it's cold or wintry. And you know, it's May 30th. It is you know, the end of May, and even though most of the trees have came out of their shell, there's still some trees that's confused about this weather. So, and so was I. So I decided that I was going to film this because I want to talk about some things, whether you live in your van or not, that you should be doing. And you're going to have to excuse my shaking. I'm going to probably sit at the bus stop for a hot second and talk for a minute about all the movement. Still haven't bought a selfie stick. Need a new camera. I mean, I use my phone, which is convenient. So anyway, here's that music. I hope they don't ding me for it, but anyway, I'm sitting here at the bus stop, and I'm a little winded. You know, I should be better. My strength and stamina should be better. Part of it is when I walk, I usually am not talking, nor am I trying to hold up a camera or a phone while I'm walking. So that did, you know, get a little bit in the way, but I'm not happy about the fact that I'm a little winded just walking a half a block from my house. So that is not good. Again, when I'm walking, I'm usually not talking because I can walk, and we'll see what happens. Me and my daughter's supposed to go and do something outdoors because now it's about 75 degrees. It's beautiful, warm. It's cloudy, but I'll take that. I'll take the weather, okay? Tomorrow's supposed to be super hot, and this weather is, you know, I don't like to complain, but if you have 50-degree weather one day and then 80 the next, that's irritating. I just like consistency in my life and in my weather and just things, because I can create enough chaos by myself. So anyway, I am walking because I am showing you I'm walking because the other day, and I sure hope you can hear me clearly, I walked in the neighborhood. I am familiar with the neighborhood, but I don't usually walk in the neighborhood. And I was excited to walk, but I was thinking to myself that we do not get out enough, and I'm just making an assumption that we, especially urban people, do not get out enough and walk in our own neighborhoods or neighborhoods within our community or in our city. Just get out and walk. We're used to cars, and even though biking is great, I think it's okay to even get off the bike and walk and observe and kind of take it easy. Excuse me with all the street noise going on. Cannot be helped. It's warm. It's the big city. Anyway, can a girl get her walk in? So I was saying that it's good. Like, part of the reason I know if I'm in a van, like living in a van, I will not be cooped up in a van all day long. That is not my goal or my what I'm planning to do. My goal is to explore as much as possible, because I tell you, if things seems uncomfortable for me, I have no problem being cooped up in my apartment and doing stuff in the house. I don't mind going home. I don't mind doing stuff at home. I could be there all day if I need to. But if the weather's good, and if I'm in a different location or a different place, I really like to go exploring. And as I mentioned, I walked in a neighborhood that I don't traditionally walk in. I usually drive because, you know, we drive everywhere. And I really enjoyed walking, and I was observing just some really cool things. You know, and it may not be cool to other people. It might be somebody with a nice planter or landscaping, or you know, a house may be in a style that I hadn't seen in a while. It just those things I observe when I'm walking in a community. Now, this neighborhood that I live in, I've been living over here for a very, very long time. So it's not as though, I mean, I enjoy walking in my neighborhood, of course, but I am pretty familiar with every single house or, you know, street or block or whatever. But in the rest of my town, I really should walk more. Me and my daughter and the grandkids went by the lake the other day, and we didn't walk a ton because we were like craving ice cream, but we did get to walk, and it was a different community. It was by the lake. We went to the lake, of course, and people watched and had, you know, it wasn't a long time. I like to be outdoors when it's nice and beautiful. I really like being outdoors a long time. So I've sat here long enough, and it's time for me to get back to my walking. So I'm going to walk to the park. You guys know that I mentioned I live really near a park, a beautiful park. And I'm just going to get over in there, and I'll probably end this video, but I do need to get myself across the street. Make sure nobody's driving crazy. So I'm going to get ready to go up this little hill here. I think I walked this path before with you guys, and I made it up the hill without too much fanfare, without losing too much wind. But, you know, we're going to give it a try. I love walking, though, and I love being in my area for the time being. I much prefer to keep moving, though, and go to other communities and other cities. So we are planning a trip, me and my oldest daughter and the grandchildren. We're gonna go to Canada and see what it is to see over there. Not neighbors up north. And we hope it's warm. I think it will be, because we check temperature all the time. Like, part of our life is checking the temperature. So here I am. They have some little things you could play. Kids can play, but grown-ups too. Let's see if I could get a view of it. And then right behind me, there's a little play area. And then there is a basketball court that's always used. I have noticed, I think, don't they supposed to cut grass in parks? But this grass is grown. It looked like they haven't cut it. Now, I'm not sure. You guys can see the dandelions, but I'm not sure if you cut, like, a park is huge. I don't think you cut the grass. Anyway, they must cut it, because it'll be a forest. But I'm gonna end my video so I can get my walk in without having to carry this thing, try to walk and talk and think. And it's good to see people in the park. So I gotta dodge bikes and water puddles, because it's been raining quite a bit. So I'm gonna let you guys go. This is Jacqueline JW Band Minimal on my 30-minute walk. And I surely appreciate you guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, share it. We're getting there, getting on to some things that may be more of an interest to you. I got some cool stuff I'm going to be posting about my budget and stuff like that, because I have to get prepared to be in van life, and I have to get an income. So that's the thing that I'm working on the most. I have to decide what to do with my apartment, you know, all those cool things. So, okay, again, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming to my channel again, watching it, commenting, exploring. finding out who I am. If you have any questions, comments, I love to hear them. I'm Jacqueline, JW Van Minimal. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. I'll see you on the other side.